I think I need to do a countdown before I can hit record. I think we're ready to record now. Welcome back, everyone. All set here. I know it's been a number of months since I've been with you guys. I want to thank you for staying with me, hanging in with me, checking up on me. Life has been doing its thing. Today's a special day. I'm going to be looking at you guys here and looking here to check on myself now and then because still. Welcome back to my workroom. Today is my birthday, so celebrate the birthday. 64, 64, 64, 64. I give thanks and praises to the Most High for another trip around the sun. Whew, let's see. A little bit of life. I had some health issues, health challenges, DVTs, blood clots, nothing to be played with. But give thanks, I'm here. Let's see, I have started a sewing school, closed down a sewing school, then I became a mobile sewing teacher. That's where I am right now. Anyway, Baltimore Frocktails, let's get to that. So many things that I want to do, and I'm just going to be all over the place, but let's just bring it all back to where we are right now. So I'm going to take a look over here for a minute, because I just want to check the lighting and see where I am. Also, if I sound a little lispy, it's because, well, I had some dental work done, and I got some hardware back. Yeah, anyways, there. I'm doing the best I can. But what am I wearing, first of all, for my birthday celebration? I am wearing this McCall's pattern, McCall 7744, and I'm wearing it out of an Ankara fabric called Afaya, that I had gotten from CJ at House of Mami Wata. Let me stand up and give you guys a little twirl. I made this a number of years ago. Let me get the chair out of the way. Did a bit of pattern matching, which I like. I inserted pockets because the pattern does not come with pockets. And I made my pockets deep enough. This is a selfie stick. Yeah, it was one of those, contraptions that pulls out and you stand it up. It's got a tripod. Pockets big enough to hold the selfie stick without even you knowing that I have it in there. So of course the pockets are definitely big enough to put the phone in. So yeah. So I kind of wanted to dress up a little bit today. I'm at home. I'm not going anywhere. I made this dress, as I said, a few years ago. Ooh, wrong shoulder. It's not that kind of show, all set. Let's get that back up a little bit. Skin glowing. Anyway, let me sit down. So, I have been doing a little bit of sewing. You know what? I am working towards done is better than perfect. Sometimes, as my mother used to say, every spoil is a style. Sometimes you have to know when to be finished. So what you see behind me here and there and what's underneath it is my Baltimore Frocktails outfit. I did do a DC Frocktails outfit. I'm in the process of maybe deconstructing that, and I'll come back and show you guys. I know I keep looking over there, but I'm trying to work this all out. Anyway, let's see. So the theme for Baltimore Frocktails was sporty chic. And outside of yoga wear, I really don't do much like that. Anyway, but I started by looking for a bowling bag. Actually, my primary idea was I was going to be a roller derby chick, but you see, I don't roller skate, and I don't own any skates, so I would have thrifted roller skates. No. But I have a friend who told me that she was a roller derby girl, so I'll get back to that in a minute. Anyway, I started out by looking for a bowling ball bag, and those things are pricey. I thought they would have been cheaper. I wanted something vintage, but I definitely wanted that shape. I actually found a lunch bag with that shape. So while I was, of course, scrolling around on eBay, I came across, let's see here, I came across this bag. And I started to build everything from there. So I bought the bag thinking that it was a tennis bag, and come to find out that it's not. This pouch and this racket, see if I can open it up without causing too much trouble, is not a tennis racket. I think it's squash or racquetball or something like that. Anyway, I thrifted everything. 3 trips to the thrift store, different tennis rackets would not fit. I finally took the bag with me to the thrift store to fit the rackets. $3 for the racket. I wrapped it in gold lame bias binding. That was an accessory. But, so let's put that back. I have a friend, Michelle. It's beautiful when you surround yourself with creative sorts. So she bedazzled my bag. You can see that. Look at that gorgeousness. And I was going to buy a pair of sneakers, but I remembered that I actually do have 2 pairs of sneakers. I have one that I wear, the pristine white. I very rarely wear sneakers, but I had these sneakers, and my friend Michelle bedazzled the sneakers. Like, oh my goodness gracious, Dorothy, eat your heart out, eat your heart out. And you see what they say? I bought them a while ago because, well, they say slay, and they're a platform perfect for Baltimore Frocktails sporty chic. So we started with that. I bought the gold shoelaces off Amazon. Came with 2 pair, extra long. And then I went on the search for gold lame. So my idea was I was going to do either like a tennis skirt. I knew that I wanted to do a bomber jacket, and then I just built it from there. So I acquired a lot of gold trim. These are extra shoelaces. This is piping, bias binding, single fold. I bought a ton of double fold. Like, I bought a lot. And when I wasn't sure about what I wanted, I bought a spool of gold trim. Can you see that? Okay. And what I did, I went through my pattern stash. Now, I had a bomber jacket pattern, Butterick 5652, and it says it's fast and easy, and it was, because I was working on this the morning of Frocktails. Don't talk to me about procrastinating, but yeah. But my split skirt was this, and I had an idea. I had thought about, let's see. First I had pulled these patterns out of my collection, and I was going to do this in white and do in here gold. And then I looked at the pleating here, and I was going to do that as well. But I also had to think of what I was going to wear, or when I was going to wear more of it. So then this one I had pulled out, and I thought about doing the inserts. Of course, I was going to do a little bit longer. Let me see. Let me get over here. This one. Get focused. Just imagine how cute that would have been with the gold lame. But the thing of it is that I didn't want to spend more money than what I had. And I had no gold lame. I did have a gold. I don't know what it is. It's a slight stretchy metallic, but it's not foil-like. And it wasn't the right gold. And I kind of wanted my golds to match. I know. It's just a thing with me. So, oh, and then I created the top with this pattern. I didn't want just a tank top. I wanted to keep it fancy. So let me go on, tell you. Let's see here. These are culottes, jorts. These are just here for decoration. I just wanted to take it up another level by putting gold piping. I had to do extra around the flaps, and then trimming around the top of the pocket flaps. I put my athletic stripe and made that out of gold lame. I didn't make it, actually it's the bias bindings that I used to put on the side. And then it zips up the back. Got a back zipper there. And what I did also, the pleats, because of this fabric, it really wasn't holding the crispness that I wanted, so I just top stitched down the pleats. I did it on all 4 pleats. There are no pockets, again, as I said. So the pattern actually has you install the zipper on the side. You guys complain about instructions, lack of instructions. Okay, so these are the instructions. 1 page, 1 piece of paper, 1 page. Okay, let me see, can you see that? Let me pull back. And the zipper was to go to the side. What hemmed me up, or what held me up, or caused me to, like, when I yanked my hair out, was this portion right in here, which was doing the pleat. And so, even though this pattern goes back to 1978, I think they were still working out their home sewist issues. So I applied some, I used to say, more modern techniques. Put the pleats together. Try them on. Realized that I did not want a side zipper. So everything is serged. No front seams on here, and I'm pretty proud of that. And this is what the inside pleat looks like. Now, it doesn't look anything like, I'm trying to hold it up so you guys can see it. You can see that. It doesn't look anything like the pattern instruction. And that's because, stay with me now. Let's see. You can see that there. The pattern instruction, the inner right there, and then that's the side zip right there. I just laid it down. See, what the inside of my leg looks like. There is no big pleat in there. What I did, I stitched it, basted it together, laid it down, and then decided how I want to stitch it. Waistband went on, everything went on quite nicely. Can you tell it's been a while since I've been in front of the camera? Now, this is the thing with whites. One time I wore it, one time, and she's dirty already. But isn't she fabulous? So I can wear it with, here we go, excuse me. I can wear it with my sneakers, which I did, for super casual look. I'll go back and tell you. Now for the jacket here. It's a bomber jacket. It's out of the way a little bit. Okay. Bomber jacket. Nope, not really. All right, I'm going to tilt this up a little bit. Okay. Oh dear. Oh, never mind. Sorry. Oh, I just found out I can pause on my camera. Anyway, bomber jacket. That just threw me. I just realized I hit the pause button on my webcam. Didn't know I could do that. Wow. I've only been doing this for how long? Anyway, bomber jacket. The bomber jacket pattern, so 1991. I knew that I wanted a zipper with gold teeth. I don't know if you can see that. I'll take off the mannequin. I inserted piping, raglan sleeves, inserted piping. Use the double fold bias tape down the sleeve. Now, I think she looks pretty good. Now, what hemmed me up, if I can get a little closer here. I'm going to try not to touch that. There we are. Was putting in the zip. Now, I call myself, because time was of the essence, I used that, what is it, that quilting tape? The Wonder Tape to insert the zipper. I ironed it in. Of course, it created a little bit of a problem for me. And if you look closely, you can see some little rivets, divots. 1, 2, you know, where it's not exactly flat. I did try to press it out, but I'm not going to stress myself about pressing it out. I still love it anyway. I think what I'm going to do is take my gold to the max. And I think I'm going to put a trim of gold right down the front, like so. You know, I'm looking at the camera here, and I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm just going to stitch that down right over that, like so, and call it a day. Tell me what you think. So let me see if I can show you. Sometimes, there you go. Let me see. You see that right there? Oh my goodness, that little wrinkle. Oh my, right there. I mean, not that big a deal for me. As I said, I think I'm going to put the binding down the front of it. I'm going to take it to the max. Now, this top, so I knew that I did not want a regular tank top to wear underneath the jacket. And while I believe that this pattern, bending down again, would have been easy, Vogue pattern number 7500. Remember that on the reverse, this one. So these straps were very, very long, and this does sit very, very low. And the back is very, very short. It came together easily. Normally, I think what they wanted you to do on the pattern was to just stitch. Can I show you this? Stitch around the edge, right there, like that. I chose not to do that. Actually, I grabbed some yellow cotton batiste that I had. I didn't have gold. I mean, you have to look closely. And as I said, I was in a rush. I'll put it back on the ironing board and press it down further. But yeah, she's lined. She's lined edge to edge. So she's a wrap top. And she's lined all the way through. The straps, or rather the ties that they give you, right there, those ties were too short, so I added on a piece. I did. Can you see? I don't even really see it. I added on a piece. I wanted it longer because I wanted to double wrap it. But this is what I mean about the back being short. Like, I didn't measure it or anything before I started cutting it out, but when I pulled out the pattern tissue, I was like, oh my goodness, she looks kind of short. No wonder the straps were so long. So I just left it as is. I'm going to leave it as is. I did have to play with the straps for a long time. So when I put her on, wow, when I say the cleavage, whoo, child, honey, it was a lot. It was a lot. So I just wore a white cotton camisole, you know, those cheapy ones that you can get for a few bucks from Walmart. I always have those in my wardrobe anyway. I wore a white camisole underneath, and all of my jewelry. I had, ooh, hold on a minute. Let me show you the earrings. I'm going to put you on pause for a second. So these are my earrings. I made them out of cowrie shells. They're just hoop earrings that I just put cowrie shells on. And oh my gosh, they were fabulous, darling. Fabulous. Anyway, so this is made from, let me tell you the fabric now. This is made from a wannabe Ankara fabric. It's not true Ankara because Ankara is made from cotton, and you can tell Ankara has their print right and wrong side. Like that's the whole idea of what Ankara fabric is, and I'll go into something about that later. But I did get this years ago from, I want to say they're called AKN, Angela, Carla, and Nancy Fabrics. They're up in New York. I fell in love with this reddish color, and I'm going to tell you, I knew that I wanted to introduce a piece of Ankara into my Baltimore Frocktails outfit. I always want to include a piece of Ankara in pretty much anything that I wear. So, and you could tell, like from my collection, kind of this way, like I have a lot. But everything I pulled out had 3 colors. I was going to introduce another color and all of that, and I didn't want that. And I found this in my stash, found this in my collection, and I just thought it was perfection. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah? So I think I have enough. I think I'm going to make a pair of high-waisted pants with that, and then the matching top, and then wear the jacket over it. Yeah? Okay. Now, let me see if I can get her back. Move her out of the way here. Okay. Now, as I said, the jacket, it's got that down the sleeve here, and then the piping in there, which I love. And this is a skirt, skirt, wide leg. I loved it. Now I have enough of the fabric left that I think I'm going to make a pair of probably straight leg trousers and put the gold down the side, so I have another outfit to wear. And I got the fabric from, I have a bolt. I think it was 8 or 9 yards on this bolt, and I got it from Hobby Lobby. I got it when it was 40% off, and it says that it's 100% cotton. Ooh, it's getting ready to sit on my thing. Let me move my, get this out of the way. Sit down with you guys. Okay, I got it from Hobby Lobby. It was $8.99, and it's 100% cotton. Let's see, do you want to focus? They say it's 100% cotton, but this is not. It actually feels like linen. It really does. I think this is something new that Hobby Lobby started carrying. They had this in, I didn't see any in black, but I think they have black. I definitely saw gray. I think I saw gray. Will I go back and buy more? No. I have plenty left on here for what I want to do. My fabric purchasing. When you're not sewing, then you're buying fabric. And so I think that's all I have. I don't have anything more. Again, thank you for coming and celebrating my birthday with me. Let me move up here with you guys. And pop by. I'll be back later on this week. Maybe tomorrow. Because I'm working on some Ankara projects. I know a few weeks ago it was Ankara Appreciation Week, and even though that time frame has passed, I am going to work on I have some ideas in mind. So thank you so much for coming by, and pop in and let me know how things go with you. Until we speak again, take care. Bye for now.